It happened on an ordinary Friday night. The kind of evening where laughter filled the air louder than the clinking of glasses. My wife, Nicole, had invited a few friends over for dinner, including my best friend, Tyler. We'd known each other since college, brothers in every way but blood. He'd been there for every major moment of my life. My wedding, my first promotion, even the birth of my son. I trusted him like family. Nicole and Tyler always got along, maybe a little too well at times, but I never thought much of it. She was outgoing, always joking, always craving attention. Tyler matched her energy effortlessly, teasing and bantering in ways that made everyone laugh. It all seemed harmless, until that night. The table was full, the room buzzing with warmth and chatter. Nicole poured another round of wine, her cheeks flushed from laughter. "Remember our trip to the lake house?" she said, grinning at Tyler. "You couldn't handle my cooking back then, either." Tyler laughed. "That's because you burned everything you touched." Everyone chuckled. I smiled, watching them exchange their usual playful remarks. But then Nicole, emboldened by the wine, smirked and said, "Oh, please, Tyler. You didn't complain when you tasted me back then." The room went silent. For a second, I thought I'd misheard. My heart slammed against my ribs as her words echoed in my head. Tyler froze, his smile collapsing into panic. Around the table, people shifted awkwardly, unsure if it was a joke or something worse. "What did you just say?" I asked quietly. My voice didn't even sound like mine. Calm, flat, trembling beneath the surface. Nicole blinked, realizing what she'd just said. "Oh my God, I was joking. I didn't mean it like that. It's not what it sounded like." Tyler jumped in quickly, stammering. "Dude, she's just messing around. You know how she jokes." But I wasn't listening. The sound of clinking glasses, the forced laughter, the awkward shuffling, it all faded. I just stared at them, at the way Nicole's hand trembled as she set her glass down. "A joke," she said. "But jokes come from somewhere. From thoughts, from memories, from truths disguised as humor." I excused myself quietly, walked into the kitchen, and gripped the counter, trying to breathe. Her words replayed in my mind again and again. "You didn't complain when you tasted me." And just like that, a decade of friendship, and maybe my marriage, cracked open with one careless sentence. I stayed there for several minutes, trying to steady my shaking hands. The laughter from the dining room felt distant now, like it belonged to someone else's world. I couldn't focus, couldn't process. How could Nicole say something like that about Tyler, my best friend? The kitchen door clicked softly. Nicole stepped in, pale, eyes wide with panic. "Alex, I didn't mean it. It was just a stupid joke. Okay? Please don't overreact." I didn't say anything at first. I just looked at her, really looked at her, the flush in her cheeks, the tremble in her fingers, the nervous smile that couldn't hide the truth behind her eyes. A truth that maybe she hadn't even intended to reveal. "Nicole," I said slowly, my voice steady but cold, "you don't get to call that a joke. Not with those words. Not about him. Not about us." She swallowed hard. "I didn't mean it, Alex. I swear I was just being silly." "Funny," I muttered, "because it doesn't feel silly to me. It feels like a line was crossed, a line you've always known not to touch." Her eyes filled with tears. She stepped closer. "Please, just calm down. Let's not make this a big deal in front of everyone." I shook my head. "No, it is a big deal. It's not about them, it's about you, about what's been in your head, because that sentence tells me everything I need to know." She flinched, looking down at her hands. Her voice shook. I don't know." I was confused. I didn't mean to. It was just stupid. I stepped back, feeling the weight of it all crush down on me. Betrayal doesn't always come through actions. It can come through words, through a careless joke that reveals more than it should. The laughter from the dining room had stopped completely now. The air felt heavy, suffocating. I realized that whatever existed between us, between Nicole and me, or even Tyler and me, might have just changed forever. I walked back into the living room, feeling every eye on me. Nicole followed, her movement slow and unsure. The guests sat in silence, sensing the tension but afraid to speak. I turned to Tyler. His face was pale, guilt written across it. "Dude," he started, but I held up a hand. "Don't. Not a word." Then I looked at Nicole. "You need to understand something," I said quietly. "Words have power. And when you joke about something like that, about loyalty, about us, you cross a line, and there's no taking it back." She shook her head quickly. "Alex, please," I swear it was a joke. "Don't ruin everything over a stupid comment." I exhaled slowly. A joke is only funny if it doesn't destroy trust. You didn't just make a joke, Nicole. You exposed something that was already there, something you can't hide anymore. The guests began gathering their things, exchanging nervous glances. I didn't care. This wasn't for them. This was between me, my wife, and the truth that had just surfaced. "You think I haven't noticed?" I said quietly. "The glances, the extra attention you give him, all make sense now." My chest ached, not from anger but from disbelief. How could someone I trusted so deeply reduce everything we'd built to a careless line? Tyler looked down, silent. There was nothing he could say to fix it. I turned to Nicole one last time. "You need to figure out what this means. For you, for us. Because trust doesn't come back with an apology. It's earned, step by step. And right now it's gone." She sank into a chair, tears streaming down her face. "Alex, I never—" "Save it," I said quietly. "I need space. We'll talk later. And when we do, I expect the truth. Not jokes, not excuses. The truth." I walked out into the backyard. The night air was warm, but nothing felt familiar anymore. Everything had shifted in the span of a single sentence. The woman I loved, the friend I trusted, all of it had changed. And for the first time, I truly understood betrayal doesn't always come in the form of touch. Sometimes it comes disguised as a joke. And that joke can break you completely.